What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back for another video, and this will be my Indians Astros ALDS series preview, as we got the last two teams to represent the American League in the World Series facing off in what could be an epic ALDS matchup. I know a lot of people think this is an ALCS caliber matchup. I do too. I would love to see these two teams facing off in a 7-game series. But unfortunately, this year, it's only a 5-game series, so we're going to have to settle for that. And that's exactly what I think it'll be. I think it's going to go 5 games. I think both teams are going to be going back and forth, punching each other in the mouths. I think both lineups are going to get their hits. I think there's going to be a lot of dingers. There's going to be a lot of strikeouts. And I think every game is going to be close. Yeah, I do not see any blowouts. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw multiple extra inning games in this series. I mean, with either team, they get the lead, they're going to go to their very dominant bullpens. For the Indians, that would be Miller, Allen, and then Hand. And for the Astros, of course, that's Roberto Osuna. And then you're looking at each team's rotations. Of course, the Indians have Kluber, Carrasco, Bauer, Clevenger, Bieber, and we all know who the Astros have. I mean, Verlander, Keuchel, you have Charlie Morton. You know, I mean, both teams got very, very good rotations. I actually think runs could be at a premium, especially in Game 1. And speaking of Game 1, it will be this Friday, October 5th, at 2:05 p.m. in Houston on TBS, as all American League playoff games will be broadcasted on TBS. It will be Verlander for the Astros against Corey Kluber for the Indians. We know Justin Verlander very well. It's going to be interesting to see how we approach him. I actually think we can actually maybe beat him up a little bit and force the Astros to get into their bullpen early. If there's anyone in the league that we know, it's Verlander. Same thing goes for Chris Sale, too. I mean, after all, we've faced both of those pitchers a lot here in the AL Central. And, of course, both of those pitchers left the AL Central and are now doing work for their new teams. And Game 1 is going to be fun. Then you look at Game 2, October 6th, in Houston, 4:37 p.m., also on TBS. By the way, every game in this series is on TBS. It will be Garrett Cole on the mound for the Astros, going up against Cookie Carrasco for the Indians. Another very, very good pitching matchup. I think runs could come at a premium, although both pitchers could get exposed, especially Cookie. You know, he has a knack for kind of just losing control every now and then, and hopefully that doesn't happen. Knock on wood. And then Game 3 in Cleveland, October 8th on TBS. We do not know a time yet. It will be Mike Clevenger, as far as I know, going up against Dallas Keuchel. That should be a good matchup. And then, of course, Game 4, I think it will be either Bauer or Bieber for the Indians, and I do not know who the Astros will be sending to the mound. Of course, Game 4 and 5 are as necessary, so we don't even know if we're going to need Games 4 or 5. But I do know each of these games are going to be very tight. They're going to have you on the edge of your seat the entire time, and this is going to be a fun series. Now, much like my football previews, I'm going to do 3 keys to victory, player to watch, and, of course, my series prediction. My 3 keys to an Indians victory in this series: get on the bases, and when you get on bases, be aggressive, get after these pitchers, force the Astros to use their bullpens early, not before they want to. I mean, you cannot be losing to the Astros late in the game, because then you're going to have to deal with Roberto Osuna and the back end of that Astro bullpen, which is actually very, very good. And my third key to victory, be smart, right? Don't be out here swinging at stuff that's way off the plate. They're going to try and fool you. And hopefully our pitchers, dominate. Yeah, that's another one. Dominate. Now, my player to watch in this series is Jose Ramirez, simply because over the last couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, he really hasn't looked like himself. It's almost like he was trying to kill the ball every time he went up to bat. Like he was looking for a home run every time he went up to the plate. But over the last couple of games, he kind of changed his approach. He went from trying to kill the ball to just trying to get base hits. And what do you know? He even hit his 39th home run. Yeah, how about that? He was stuck on 38 for so long. He finally hit 39. And I think it's about time for him to heat up again. And that actually goes for our entire lineup because if I'm being honest, we really haven't been playing amazing baseball. We've been kind of going up and down the entire year. We haven't really had a completely, fire start. We haven't been hot. We didn't have a very long winning streak like we had in the last 2 years. And I think, if there's any time to get hot, it's now in the playoffs. And this Astros team, as you know, is trying to go back-to-back. We're trying to win our first World Series since 1948. If there's any time to do it, it's now. This core ain't going to last forever. And I don't know if we're even going to be able to afford these guys because Lindor and Ramirez, well, luckily, Ramirez will be here for a while. Same thing with Bauer. Although Bauer has this weird thing where he prefers doing like short-term deals. It's like, no, fam, you're going to do a long-term deal and you're going to like it. The guy I'm really worried about is Francisco Lindor because he is our best player. And hopefully we can get him locked up before he gets close to free agency because if we let him hit free agency, he ain't coming back. Most likely, if he hits free agency, he's probably going to go to the Bronx. That's my prediction. Or maybe Boston. I don't know. But I would prefer him to stay here. Hopefully we can get him locked up long term. But, this is also possibly our last run with most of our bullpen. As the way it looks, we're going to be losing Andrew Miller and Cody Allen next year, which explains why we went after and acquired Brad Hand. So hopefully we can win it for those guys. Who knows? Maybe we can even keep one of the two. That'd be cool. If we can keep Andrew Miller or Cody Allen. Watch us keep both. Oh, that would be awesome. But unfortunately, that ain't going to happen. I would love it, but it ain't going to happen. But, I think this would be one hell of a series. It's going to be fun. Now, my series prediction, I have the Indians winning. I know that's going to trigger a lot of people. I have people commenting on my postseason predictions video saying the Indians are the worst team in the playoffs, and no, we're not. Talent-wise, we're not. I know they're going to look at the record and the fact that we played in a garbage division and say, man, you guys sucked, man. Well, we weren't playing that good. I mean, we really didn't get hot at all. We didn't go on an extremely long winning streak like we did the last 2 years. It's almost like we paced ourselves. We didn't want to get too hot too early. I mean, if there was any time to get hot, it's now in the playoffs, right? As I mentioned before. But, I got the Indians winning in 5 games. This is going to be one hell of a series. I can't wait. Shout out to all the Astros fans who watch my videos, especially Hector Flores. Me and him are actually trying to get a bet going. I'm trying to think of some stipulations for the bet. Not really having any luck right now. I do have one idea of a stipulation. If the Indians win, he has to change his YouTube avatar to Chief Wahoo for the duration of the playoffs until the Indians are eliminated. or until the playoffs are over, whichever happens first. So, yeah, that should be fun. I'll see what he thinks about that, but I actually just thought of that now. That actually sounds really cool, you know. And if the Astros win, I'll do the same. I will change my YouTube avatar to Orbit, the Astros mascot, until the playoffs are over or until the Astros are eliminated, whichever happens first. So hope he accepts that bet. That's actually really cool. You know, it's cool and harmless. I don't really like doing alcohol bets and stuff because I don't drink. Yeah. But hope you guys liked this video. Like it if you did. If you didn't, dislike it. I really don't care. Subscribe for more content. I was actually thinking about live streaming these games, although personal life can get in the way. I'm going to try my hardest to live stream Game 1. I may not be live streaming the start of Game 1 because they got a doctor's appointment, but I'm going to try and live stream the last few innings because, you know, I want you guys to see the ending because that's what matters, you know. The endings to baseball playoff games are always, always insane. You know, you never know what could happen. But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go, Tribe, and I'm out.